Thanks for joining me today. I'm going to take this simple curtain rod and I'm going to turn it into a branch. So I hope you enjoy this video. If you like this kind of content, kind of do-it-yourself strange decor, or junk journaling, or mixed media crafting in general, some spooky crafting, check out my channel and hit that subscribe button. I think you'll find there is a lot of different things to suit your liking. So I just took some wire that I had around. I'm not exactly sure what it was from, probably out of an old ceiling fan, maybe. So just some wire strips, kind of cut them down a little bit, and I've kind of twisted the ends so I could wrap it around this curtain rod and then just taped it off with some green painter's tape. And so then I'm also going to take and wrap some of the smaller wire pieces around some of the wire itself. I want to make some little branches coming off of the branches, and so I then just secure that with tape so it kind of looks like little Ys made with wire. And this wire it sort of stays in place and it's a little bendable at the same time, so that is absolutely perfect for what I am trying to accomplish here. And so I'll just get these last few pieces on, securing with the tape, and I kind of use these pliers to bend it together really nicely. And so now I am going to put tape over the whole entire thing, and I'm going to kind of make sure that the ends thin out, because I want it to look, more like branch growth there for these small kind of twigs coming off of this. So I'm just going to do the whole entire thing, and then I'm going to do the other side as well. So you might be curious on why am I deciding to tape even the wire itself at this point, and I just want to build it up a little bit more to make it a little bit thicker before I get to the next step. Now here you'll see I am taping just the plain curtain rod itself as well. And that is because for this next step, I want to make sure that there is something that this Mod Podge will secure to, and I was not confident in it adhering to the metal of the curtain rod. Now I'm just going to take and Mod Podge this entire thing, all of the twigs, the whole entire curtain rod, and I'm gonna kind of build up a little bit more right where it's coming off of the curtain rod into the twig. I want it to really look like it was growing out of that branch. And so I'm kind of twisting a little as I wrap it as well. I want to give some depth and texture to this paper mache so that it will really take the colors later and make it look more like a branch. So this paper I'm using is kind of a thicker brown paper. It's a packaging paper, and so it sticks pretty well. And I'm just going to try to keep it thinner at the very kind of tips. And I'm going to wrap all of it. I'm just going to make some final touches here on the paper mache part, and I will finish up the other side as well and let this dry. Once this is completely dry, then I'm going to go ahead and take it outside and spray paint it black. I'm going to go with black, and I want to get a good solid coat over all of the little branches and twigs. So I'm just going to spray paint this side completely, and then after this side is done drying completely, then I will go ahead and flip this over and spray paint the other side completely as well. Now that I'm finished with the black, I'm going to go ahead and make this look more like wood again. So for this, I'm going to take 3 different colors of brown. First, I lay down kind of a reddish brown, and I'm not putting a lot of paint. I just want to get paint on the tops. I don't want to get into the creases and the depths too much. Just a little bit, but not too much. I want some of that black to be able to be seen through at the end. So I come in with this kind of reddish brown and just kind of pat it everywhere with my paintbrush. And then I'm going to come in with more of a regular brown, kind of a dirt-ish brown, and do the same thing, overlaying. And then finally I come in with a lighter color, kind of a cream brown, and have that just as a pop on the very top as well. So I flip it over and I'm going to go ahead and do the underside. And I did let it dry between these coats. And I'm just using the same colors, the same technique. I want it uniform over the whole entire branch, the whole entire curtain rod. So I've done this to the other side of the rod and completely down the middle as well, using the reddish brown, the kind of dirt brown, and then the creamish brown in layers, kind of just blotching it on, not getting into the cracks, so that the black can peek out as well. Once I completely finish the painting portion of this, I did then spray the entire rod with a clear varnish. I did a matte finish over it just to make sure that the paint was really sealed in and give it a little bit of dusting ability when it's time to kind of dust it off. Now it's time to hang this up. So I'm going to just measure out where I'm hanging my first holder so that I know where my second holder needs to come down from the ceiling. I'm not concerned with it being exactly level, as the branch itself kind of has an unlevel look because the twigs on either side are not exactly symmetrical, and I was intending to do it that way. So I'm just marking my holes so I can pre-drill and make sure that I get them in the correct spot, and then I will pre-drill the holes, making sure that I had a drill bit that was just barely under the actual size of my screw itself. And then just dust that off, and then I'm going to go ahead and screw the actual screws in to secure my little hanger to the wall. Here we go. Finished branch hanging up on the wall. And I really like how this turned out. I think it looks very much like a branch. And I just barely got it to fit over the little hangers because of the buildup of the Mod Podge on there, but it looks really great. I love the shadows that it cast on the wall with the twigs, and the color looks very realistic, like wood, kind of bark,